It has been
Ladies and gentlemen.
a long night. Oh, I'm very sorry about that, Coldan, but it's been a long night.
We're just too
here.
excited.
Yeah, exactly. We've been waiting here. We had to wait for 10 minutes here for the dang grand finals, but we are here finally in the grand finals of the Breakpoint 2025 MYSG Split 3. Man, NIC up against the likes of what the helly.
Yeah, this is the grand finals in the making. They met each other in the upper finals. What the hell, taking the lead there. But after beating Ignite Gaming, down in the lower brackets, as we just saw, a couple of minutes ago, they are now reunited in this grand finals. And of course, the winner qualifies to Split 3 Challenges Southeast Asia promo relegation stage. So yeah, I mean, these two teams, top of the region right now. What the hell, with an advantage in their first engagement, but these are your players that we are expecting, and yeah, a lot of red jerseys you can see here as well.
I wonder where they're from. A lot of bleed jerseys here, so you can tell that these guys are veterans in the scene. It's been a while since we've heard of bleed here in the scene, but man, oh man, do they always get some top-notch players. And I mean, we can just see the veterans, the names on both these two teams, they are insane. But before we go any further, of course, we've got a little something for the audience.
Oh, yeah, and credits to Berryfam. We have actually got ourselves a pre-match interview between two of the players that are playing here today, one from each team. We have Fivum as well as Lexi in the call with us. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hello. What's up?
Hello. So yeah, really cool that we have you guys on call. Feis, any questions you want to ask them before the game starts?
Of course, it has to be one of the most favored one. How does it feel to actually be here in the grand finals? We'll start off with Lexi.
Oh, feels surreal, to be honest. I mean, we didn't expect to be this deep in the tournament. We just had like a little bit of VOD reviews, and that's about it. We didn't really have that much practice, to be honest.
Okay.
So it feels amazing. Yep.
That's great to hear. Fivum, how does it feel to be here in the grand finals?
I mean, to be fair, when we first formed this team, back when we were with Elevate, we've been choking every tournament, especially like the premier ones. We keep falling short at second place, so hopefully to make a comeback here right now.
Of course,
okay.
I mean, they're up against what the hell, who have been, undefeated here throughout this whole tournament. Every single series they've been able to win out. So how does that make you feel, Fivum? Do you think you can finally get that one up against them?
Hello, we'll see. But I would want to make the series a hard one for them at least.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna make things. We're gonna have a very close series, I think, in this best of 3. But Lexi, you said that you guys didn't really know what to expect, and didn't have too much expectations. But like, you guys have a crazy demon on your team in the name of First Love. I mean, he has what's his track record? He won Split 1, was 3rd place in Split 2, and now he's back in the grand finals. Get at least a top 2 placing. So like, what is it like playing with this guy, and how is he able to like be so consistent at the top?
What can I say, man? He's SGMY farmer. He's really good in his role. He's able to do what the team requires him to do. He's able to do his role well. We just need to support him with the right utils, and he'll just get the kills.
All right. So set him up for success. But on the other side, I think Fivum, you guys, yes, crazy cracked players, and I used to call you guys the NIP talent machine, or at least you, in your ability to kind of mold players to different roles. And now we're seeing something similar with Rigzy, right? He was, or at least always has been, like a duelist main, maybe sometimes playing the sentinel role, but now he's transferred over towards like the controller, Omen, a lot of times being played. So like, how does that happen? How do you manage to get him to adapt a new role and play it at such a high level?
I think we just have a system where I would make your utility easy to use, because there will be I would say like, this is what I want from you, and then other than that, you can do whatever you want. So we can set him up for success, he can set us up for success. It's a mutual handshake, you know?
Nice. Okay, so there's a lot of that team synergy that you have in your team, which I think you can see in the server. So it's really cool to see you guys play at such a high level in the grand finals as well. And before I let you two leave, any parting words for your opponents? Anything you want to say before we get the match started? Lexi, you want to go first?
Gonna have fun, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Bibam?
Yeah, I mean, it's true, let's have fun. But
Yeah.
First Love has collected the first place and third place. Time for him to collect the second place.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, okay,
That's a good one.
I like that. That's a nice one, Alright, so NIC 1-0 up in the trash talk already. Let's see if we can do it in the server. But yeah, thank you guys. Now, Feis, you got any last questions for them?
Just a message to your fans here from both these two sides, to the supporters out there. I'm sure your families are watching as well, most likely. But Lexi, do you have anything to say to those supporting What the Helly?
Thanks to everyone who is staying up this late to watch us play. Of course, I have to thank the organizers for staying up late as well to organize this tournament. Yeah, just thanks to my friends and my family as well. You know, my parents are watching this game. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching and supporting.
Very nice. And Fivim, anything words from you to the fans out there supporting you guys?
I mean, it's the same sentiment where we're thankful for the opportunities we have in this region. But my last words would be, what the hell?
All right. With that being said, thank you so much to our two interviewees here. Go get ready and prep up your team. Thank you for joining us for the interview. And yeah, let's get started with the grand finals, shall we?
Sir. Oh man, let's have a look at the veto. I mean, this is exactly what we expected. This is a best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. Just remember, it is not a best of 5, so they need 2 maps out of these 3 to go all the way through. And if you guys have been missing out, the first place, they get to qualify to the VCT Split 3 promo relegations alongside 10,000 ringgit. So big money and big slot here to make their way into the next tier of Valorant in Southeast Asia.
All right, let's take a look at the map vetoes. This one is going to be super important because we've seen stuff from NIC so far. The split was something to be, forced to be reckoned with, and I can see that respect given over. What the hell, instantly going to be banning that out. Icebox banned out by NIC.
Definitely, and Haven going to be the first pick from What the Hell. They've played it twice here so far, once in the open qualifiers and another one in the upper semifinals against the likes of SE, and they won those pretty convincingly. But now Bind being picked here from the likes of NIC. I have not casted a game of Bind just yet, so I'm super excited to see what these guys can bring in here.
Sorry?
That was the first Bind in this tournament here.
First bind. Oh, first bind in this tournament. Okay, and we're having it in the grand finals. So this was all according to plan. Part of the script. You pull out your pocket pick right at the very end. No VODs whatsoever. No history of how you have played this map. We're going to see it here as the first pick from NIC. Lotus to be the last and final avenue for their fight. And yeah, this is our map vetoes for you guys. Thoughts, Feis? Any initial predictions?
I think Haven is going to be a crazy map. I mean, just looking at the stats from VLR, NIC, they haven't played a single game of Haven. They haven't played a single game of Bind. And we've seen dominating performances from What the Hell on both these 2 maps. So it's going to be a hill to climb unless NIC has some tricks up their sleeves. Then maybe it's fightable.
Maybe it's fightable. Okay, so Bind and Haven, question marks for NIC. Lotus, again, NIC's record on Lotus, albeit it was close that we saw in the previous series, was not comfortable to say the very least. So if we go to a third map, honestly, like completely unbiased, I think What the Hell should be able to win it out. So NIC, if they want to win it here, they need to strike first on Haven as well as Bai.
Yes, sir. Oh man, this is a tough one, especially after our, going through an intense best of three, going all three maps in the lower bracket finals here up against the likes of What the Heli, and these are the maps that are brought onto you. It's maybe mentally it might affect you as a team, but nonetheless, you do have to give it your all either way, and I'm sure these guys will do just that.
Yeah, the last time that these two teams faced, very different maps, right? We had, what was it, Icebox, Sunset, Lotus. And, with Lotus being their final pick again, it was a 13-5 scoreline for What the Heli. Very, very strong showing from them. And again, it's gonna come down to Haven as well as Bind. What the Heli also really strong. Haven, as we've seen early on in the tournament, with 36 victories over Kuromi's pretty journey. That was very early on in the open qualifier, and then more recently up against Suicide Empire, it was a very, very dominant 13-3 domination.
Yeah, and Suicide Empire is one of the top 4 teams who were able to make it here in towards the tournament. So they're not a force, to be reckoned with. To be able to take them down 13-3 is pretty incredible here. So they've got quite a strong showing here on Haven from What the Heli. But you know what? NIC, they've been playing the whole time. Fatigue might be in it, but one thing you can definitely say is they are warmed up and ready. And we're going to be heading here in towards the first map, the Agent Select of Haven.
Okay, Haven, the first battlefield of choice taken or opted for by What the Heli. They instantly lock in everything. It's the same composition, the standard one that you expect to see. But I don't know what I'm looking at on the left side of my screen, Feis. This is really interesting, Agent
We're
Hovers.
missing a controller here somewhere, guys. Don't forget that.
Okay, some sensors have come to them.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Toying with our emotions.
I think so far it looks pretty standard here so far. Of course, the Omen's going to be coming out. There's a lot of vertical angles that you can take as Omen. And you can see Fishball on the towards the right side of the screen has picked that up. But the initiators both have not just been locked in just yet. Do they go for the Sky, and Breach was actually isn't too bad. You can lead the charge with a Sky dog and have Fivum just get ready with the fault line in case that dog actually spots anybody out. So it's not too bad. You've got a lot of utility as well. The relay bolt in the hands of Akame on that Neon to make your way on towards the site, but they will be starting off on towards the defensive side here. And they lock in the Sova and the Breach. So pretty much a mirror matchup, except the duelists are different.
Yeah. Well, we were baited a little bit, right, by the Agent Hovers, but we're getting a pretty standard matchup here. Haven, I mean, this is a map that has been in the map pool for such a long time, and it really comes down to how you play as a team. It's not going to be too many, surprising things, right? It's just the Neon and the Jet that's the difference. So you know what to expect in terms of utility. Just about how you play as a team, how you synergize, and of course, grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. We're only just getting started here, and of course, that winner representing our region in the promo relegation stage.
Definitely. Oh man, a lot is on the line. NIC has been fighting the whole night tonight to make their way here. Can they come back here from the lower bracket to get their redemption, to get their revenge on the likes of the What the Heli? Man.
Okay. Let's see how it pans out. What the hell, starting on this attacking side first. It looks like it's going to be a C-side take with nobody actually home. It's a fast-paced round coming in. Riggsy notes all of these positions, but cannot do anything off the back of that. Instant control, give it over. Big fight down towards A. Lobby will result in a 1-to-1 trade. But Akame still alive and kicking, will get his heels on, run straight in towards the other side of the map. Meanwhile, Riggsy has been pushed back. A lot of aggression coming in towards Garage. Now first love, first contact. Aftershock just to buy a bit of time, but it's Fishball. Find the first kill on the flank of Fivum. And into the side they go, the Paranoia hits. sliding into the back of the site. One-way smoke employed. Detect where he's playing from. First Love gets eliminated. Jumping right clicks, but it attempts with the double to pick up the last 2 kills. It's chaotic. But what the hell, he strike first?
Yeah, insane round there. That's a very, very strong start to the map. Super aggressive. We saw NIC getting aggressive towards A long, but towards the other side of the map, on towards that C site, you can see what the hell, he just full on bum rushing that C site. It was NIC just played full on retake. And once that spike was down, we saw what the hell, he getting in towards garage, holding it for as long as possible, you know. So it's just so much pressure given away by what the hell. But now Akame with the Bucky in towards short. Can he find anything? He's getting aggressive. Fishball will take him out. Damn, long range weapons. What can you do against these, especially towards A long? Azami tried his best to hold things off, but of course, it's a 1 versus 5. 12 by himself. Sheriff in his hands, and well, very, very tall order here for him to win out this one.
Flawless round. Lovely stuff coming from What the Hell. Clean as expected. And this map of their choice is going swimmingly in their favor. Now, bonus round for the attacking side. NIC. How's that time to strike back?
Indeed. So far, they're looking pretty well. You know, still relatively early on.
I mean, the small little problem, right, is that the only one that's gotten killed so far in NIC is Akame, right? He's the only one with kills. It's 2. The rest of the team needs to wake up here, lock in fast. Ooh, speaking of fast. Oh, Fishball with the faster teleport in towards the cubby. But Azami, knowing that he needs to claw something back, will shut down Fishball and take away that controller.
Oh, Kale has an outlaw in his hands, and the only player with full armor is Fivum. So Rigsy, the one with basically light armor, just gets instantly one-tapped by that outlaw. So they're slowly making mistakes. They're overextending just a little bit too much here. And they've got themselves in a 3 versus 4 situation here for NIC. But they've got the right read, though. You can see them slowly rotating towards this A side of the map. 3 players already there, ready and waiting. The drone will be coming out from Temps, seeing whether or not he can spot anything at all. Fault line comes through, and there it is. The counter comes in. Can 12 do anything here?
12 has got to do everything, and he does so for the first kill. Cage is there for him to work around. There's a bit of a pause in the action. They want to reconsider their options. They spot out the retreating player of First Love, but instead it's First Love to find that kill onto Azami. Vivum reads the rotate, but not the actual commitment. The last 2 players making a beeline straight towards this C side. Cypher Utility will give them an advanced information. It's going to be a while before the entirety of, or at least the last 2 players to come in. It's Fivum in an isolated 1v1 for the time being.
Spike planted.
But as the spike goes down, he's in a committed angle. Lexi, stun at the ready. Not expecting the early push up. But First Love there with the adaptations. Low HP, 12 marks his angle. And the wall bang headshot to secure the round. Close, but no cigar. 12 is an important round win here.
So well played from 12. Of course, the communication giving away that First Love is extremely low. Lots of damage done on towards him, so he knew all he had to do was spam through that box and just follow the outline. But nonetheless, a great first round there from NIC, an expensive first round. Losing 4 players, so that's 4 different weapons that they have to rebuy and bring back in towards this round. Yeah, tough.
Yeah, that's huge damage done by What the Hell? The Helion?
What the Heliante?
I'm just gonna just end up saying all of the lines. It's just so addicting to say. Early damage done. At least the utility broken. Camera instantly taken out of the picture. Second set of shock darts to break the trips.
Yeah, so far, that's some amazing lineups from Temps there. You know, easily puncturing a hole in the defense of a Cypher. And we know for a fact that, you know, when those trips are up, it can definitely be very, very pesky. And look at this advanced positioning that Akame already has here. The drone will be coming out here. He will spot him out. But he will be able to make his way out. And that's the thing. He's got the judge. They know he's got a judge. I'm not sure whether or not they want to fight this, but look at where Vivim is coming out. The double swing towards middle, clearing things out. So well played. First Love does find one. He's got an outlaw in his hands. What can you do? He's by himself as well. He hears the footsteps. Fault line comes in. This is the first shot, and Akame will clean things up with ease.
Lovely stuff. They only lose a single player. Looking a lot cleaner this time. It's aggression, controlled aggression. Outside of garage. Catches, I think, Fishball with his smoke out. Backs turn. Yeah, a little bit of that disruptive nature that NIC love to have in these mid rounds.
That's exactly what they're known for. And that's something that What the Helly will definitely have to watch out for. And I think that they have just been reminded of what sort of play style NIC likes to play. So they have to play a little bit more slower, a little bit more aware of any sort of pushes from NIC. But this time around, with that round win, NIC has forced What the Helly into a bit of a tough buy situation. 2 Sheriffs, a Stinger, a single Marshal in the hands of First Love. But we know what a Marshal can do in this man's hands. But I don't think Akame will be swinging that angle anytime soon with that judge in his hands.
Yeah, unlikely to be the case. You've got Azami also backing him up. I will say unlikely, but a little bit of advanced movements, leaving Azami there to rotate over, coming in from Akame. Rigzy spotting out presence outside of the east side, but the tripwire still in garage gives them confidence that they're not that close up yet. It's all onto Azami here. He's got the outlaw in hand, and a lot of these players, all of them, gonna be one shot away from death. Sees the gun barrel, I think, expecting the peek out, dodges the flash, looking for the second one, and it connects. But instantly, First Love tries to capitalize off of that one. And they're swarming back in towards this site. On-site smoke allows him to play the spoiler. The judge will thrive in these close-range engagements. Kale with a nice shot onto Azami. Ooh. Whoa, what is that from Rigzy? Beautiful shot onto the second to last. And both actually in his sights. It's another fantastic anti-eco now coming out from NIC.
Yeah, very well played, very disciplined. Not overextending, not over-peaking. You know, he saw the gun barrel there from Azami. Instantly, he repositions himself. It's pretty normal once you see somebody around the corner that maybe there's going to be a breach there. So he was completely prepared for that flash. Swung out afterwards, got the first kill, and basically just dipped. But of course, with the gun advantage, the rest of NIC will be able to come up. They were able to clean things up, and now we've got ourselves a proper gun round. And Akame has the operator in his hands towards that C site.
But again, What the Helly, they want to test A and the gun control of it over it early.
What can they do here? They've got quite a decent amount of ultimates here. Only useful ultimate maybe in the hands of Temps. For any sort of post plants, definitely going to be helpful there. But so far, just slow and steady. Very disciplined from both these two teams. NIC not overextending, not over-peaking, not getting too greedy. And What the Helly is just here waiting to see if anyone gets a greedy. But no one is moving. Nobody wants to make a mistake. And now look at this, the aggression from NIC. Something that is quite normal here. And this did not expect it at all. Kale gets taken down. The timing is perfect. And now the execution on towards A begins.
Yeah, I mean, why do you expect the Cypher to be pushing out B main by himself? But at least it secures the fact that there's unlikely to be a flank play coming through. And this now investor coming in from Azami. Just try to stop the plant. Tags onto First Love, looking for more. But the updraft gives him space. Frag back by Fishball. Keeps things interesting. Up in the hands of Akame is going to be difficult for this retake. But here we go indeed. The lightning fingers outside. And in their faces, Fishball goes down. And 12 is in the feed, and so is Akame. And light up the site, and they close out the round 4 on the board for NIC.
We have not seen a single Haven game from NIC, but man, are they showing off that this might be... Well, this very well is a sleeper pick here from them. They might have been hiding some strats for the grand finals themselves, and there we go. The attacker timeout here for what the hell. The coach has to say something about this because it is getting a little bit too out of hand with NIC winning out 4 rounds in a row.
Yeah, and a big difference actually that we were kind of discussing off stream to the two players that we interviewed is that Eno is in the team, right? Eno is the coach for What the Helly, and he is an incredible one at that. So having the ability to have like a sixth man kind of observing the game from a third person perspective, you know, allows him to make really, really great calls. So I don't expect anything short of an amazing one coming in from Eno this time with so many ultimates on the cards for What the Helly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you as a player, you might be feeling the pressure. You might be tunnel visioned, you know, trying to get your kills. But, you know, with this timeout, your coach is able to calm you guys down, you know, refresh your minds on what the game plan is. As clearly, the game plan has not been working out at all here for the side of What the Helly. But now, like you said, the ultimates are available. The reason NIC won that is because the overdrive was used. The Hunter's Fury as well was able to tag a couple of players, make them low. And they were able to win out that previous round. But this time around, they've got tons and tons of utility to work with. Fault line comes out. The scan comes in as well. And Azami has given away his position. Can he hold this off? Time and time again, a long control just being a given for free here to the side of What the Helly.
Oh my lord, what is this spam? Yeah, First Love taken down so damn low.
Spike planted.
Just a bit of disruption coming in as the plant goes down. No flank available, 12 making his move in towards this A site. But there's so much utility. Lexi has a rolling thunder. It's impossible to go for this retake. There's just so much utility. Now the Hunter's Fury invested by Temps to clear out this A link position. Nothing to be found, but it's delay, delay, delay. That's the name of the game. And that's exactly how What the Hell are playing it. But into the side they go. They fly out from heaven. They don't mark for it. But the double, triple make that even. And Asami left nothing else to do. Quad kill from Temps as they convert their third round on the board.
Level heads until we're home, yes?
Clean hold. They managed to keep the Rolling Thunder as well. A site is one of the most difficult sites to go when it comes to retakes. You know, if your Omen is still alive, Fishball, he could play towards Hell alongside Lexi, use the Paranoia, use the Fault Line, use the Aftershock to just delay a flashpoint as well from Lexi. Can do so much, and we seen it there. And I think it's gonna be difficult if NIC keeps giving away that free site. So you can see already Akame wants to change things up. He wants to make it a little bit more difficult here for the side of What the Hell. He does get the tag. 5 HP down now towards the side of Fishball, but the regen shield will help him out in a little bit. And just like that, 3 players instantly rotating towards his A site.
Gonna leave First Love here with the op down in Su, as it's an unconventional angle. Any bit of utility would force him back. And now Akame is gonna reassume this long angle with the op that he has. First Love has an opportunity to make things interesting. They have no idea that he's down here in short.
Yeah, he sees that there's no one contesting him. He wants to call back the rest of his team to say that, okay, maybe it is a clear site once again, because you expect them, after a few rounds in a row of attacking A site, to send a little bit more players on the defensive side towards his A site. But once again, they leave it alone. Azami by himself towards spawn. He not being able to help Akame at all, who's got the operator in his hands towards long. But if Akame can hold that position, then he might do a little bit of damage. And yes, he does. Takes down 1.
30 seconds left.
Oh my lord, and Akame is still being a nuisance here. They just cannot get him out. Now the Rolling Thunder comes in from the defensive side. They jump straight out of the heavens and they're stuck between a wall of smoke. Answer back with the attacking side Rolling Thunder. Caught in the open, First Love on a rampage, but Akame is there chiming in. No time though. Oh, and Akame looking for more. A quad kill found. 1 more to boot. The Temps will keep him honest, but there's no more time. Temps out of the picture and around for NIC.
What a hold. Akame, massive 4K. He had, while all that was happening towards A short, they managed to make their way on towards side. gets the first pick on towards long and secures basically a safety net throughout the rest of A long, and was just able to keep himself alive for so long while the rest of the team delayed with the aftershock, the rolling thunder, the fall line, everything coming in through towards that A site. What a hold indeed. Man, oh man. 5-3 now. Slowly but surely, NIC is trying to just win out these rounds.
And the money's horrible as well, Feis.
Oh man. Could this be 6-3?
Map that they have yet to show. This is the first time NIC are playing this. Fishball goes in close, trying to find out if there's any tripwire there. The stun at the ready. Flash perhaps. It's Fivum in an unconventional position. They're standing out in the open, hoping for someone to walk through his crosshair.
Very, very cheeky off angle here, and everybody's just so patient, ready, and waiting. Fishball sends out the smoke. They want to find something here, at least in towards Garage. Fault line comes in. Fivum's able to dodge it, trying to pull some rotations as they make their way back towards that A site, but little do they know, Kale, sorry, not Kale, 12 has his ciphers, his cams, everything has been set up here, ready and waiting for anybody to walk in towards his trips. Oh my goodness, gets another one through the smoke and finishes things off here on towards Kale. Incredible hold, very disciplined hold here from the side of NIC.
12 just has an insane awareness of where to spam through the smoke of the entrance of A short, and does so to perfection. The flood retake comes in pre-take before the spike even has a chance to enter the site, and they get shut down at the first hurdle. No access to A, but the guns being purchased up now. This is a chance for What the Heli to strike in towards a site that they have had trouble holding on to for a couple rounds already. A given over. First Love breaks the dart, but no one's there to contest.
Slow and steady. The op is on C, like you mentioned, that he wants to get aggressive. If anything, he could find the first pick and make his way out. Depends how fast they decide to go for the trade. He will be able to get the fast lane up in time and dash away. But look at First Love. He's hungry for more. He wants to kill. He gets it on towards Akame. Riggsy, can he make a play? Good for one, but instantly traded out here by Temps. Do they want to get aggressive? And look at how quick the retake already is. 3 players, 2 towards spawn. First Love finds one, Temps finds another, and it's all down to Azami by himself. Utility in his hand. But I think this might be all she wrote here for him. Already taken down 26 HP as Kale comes in lurking from B to clear things out.
Oh, okay, lovely. Execute in towards this A site. First Love with an important entry in towards the site. Ensure that Akame was not going to be able to hit any of those shots. Made him flustered. The owl drone, very nicely timed, and no one actually peeking early behind the drone to give Akame even a chance to find a kill. Shut him down, swarm the site. All spawns were secure, and a 4th on the board.
Definitely, and Akame has been known to hit some insane shots, so they have to be disciplined when it comes to those owl drones. You know, in our ranked, if someone's droning, sometimes we just go for the peak before the drone even comes out, but not here, not in the big stages, not in the grand finals. Looks like they want to hit this B site.
Here.
Ooh, knife out, gotta be careful. He's compromised. As again, it's gonna be a full-on retake. But they've got options, right? What the hell? They can come in for Garage late. The Aftershock will buy them a bit of time. What utilities do they have? Overdrive available. Fishball spotted, but it's Temps to find the opening kill. They swing out into 12, but he finds a nice shot before dipping away into what's the cover. And now, Nero Theft reveals their positions. A late luck coming in from the A position. Oh, and now Kami knows there's only a player here. On towards the site, buying time, making space. Drops the fast lane through, and it's a flurry of kills for NIC. Azami for the last. And a beautiful retake of the B site.
Very well played. 12 getting that kill
Last round
towards that B site, instantly just falling back and keeping himself alive, you know, up to a point. But that shot from Akame to start things off on towards First Love, Overdrive instantly popped out and it just completely escalated that retake. It sped things up and it just caught the Lexi off guard, not knowing where to reposition himself. But nonetheless, a very dominant half here so far. Now down towards the last round of the half. Money not looking too great, and I think at this point, they just want to get aggressive. They want to send somebody very deep on towards this A site. Ooh, big kill here so far. Lexi down, but they will get the trade. Temps finding another one, a little
Huge
bit too eager. Here.
Cover going out.
Already.
Towards this A side, this is the commitment. Kale, thanks to a bit of smoke, gets out of harm's way. They want to go for a fast play this time. The scan hits both. One more player down towards Hell. Who else but it's First Love? You have the knives! Shreds him apart! Riggsy cannot find the trade frag. It's a 2 versus 4. And what the helly? Looking for a strong finish here for the final round of this half. One-way smoke employed through. The 12 is in. One-way smoke answered back by First Love. Makes things difficult. The crossfire being set up is incredibly difficult to tear apart. The teleport in from Riggsy is a Hail Mary play. But it's 7-5.5. What the helly? Recover.
Strong recovery. They definitely needed that round. 8-4 would have been a little bit too much to ask for, but man, oh man. What has gotten into NIC? They are just playing incredible here throughout this first map. Akame hitting some disgusting shots. Azami as well on form once again throughout this whole day. Can they keep this form up? These guys had to fight their way through the lower brackets to be here in the grand finals. And they are showing exactly why they deserve here to be in the top spot, to be in the grand finals itself. But look at this setup that we have towards middle. 3 players in towards B. And a fast take. Oh, Temps. This is going to be a little bit scary. He's holding it by himself, and Akame will, of course, take him out.
Yeah, a huge push coming in from the flank, by the way. They just shut down 12, but little does NIC know they have access towards the sides. They just take the fight onto the flank, and they win out every single duel. What was that turnaround play?
That is not what you expect. You know, you expect for NIC to get that initial pick and to make their way on towards the site itself. Not have 3 people turn around and just take out 3 members towards the flank. It's Kale now by himself. Manages to make his way out towards spawn. He's good for 1, but of course the triple swing comes out. That's the pistol round here to NIC, and man, what a way to win it.
Yeah, as you mentioned, right? The NIC actually didn't know how many were coming onto the flank. They could have accelerated in towards A, but they just turned their heads. They send out really solid pieces of utility, the fault line as well as the paranoia. They give them an advantage in towards an awkward fight that, you know, I guess what the hell he kind of wanted to, but didn't realize that every single one of NIC were there to take the fight, take the duel, and a very important pistol round win.
Full on eco from the likes of what the hell he. They have to play these close angles. You can see from Temps up close and personal with the classic. He's probably good for 1, but okay, he's good for none. 2 more players ready and waiting. Just around the corner. First Love is there. Fault line comes out, and well, they will clean things up. A good trade here by Lexi, but I think that's going to be all they wrote on towards this A site. Nice, clean, sticking together, making sure to trade each other out. It's a textbook round here from the side of NIC to secure 9 in this first map.
I think they only brought in 4 weapons, so if they keep all 4 of their players alive, it bode really, really well. Bit of a smoke there to keep him locked in. Kale spotted out his counterpart. Alright, 1 kill.
I guess
It's away the stinger.
they take
I don't think
those,
it's
I
gonna
guess.
be too serious in the bonus round, but still, hey, we've seen bonus rounds go awry before. They're gonna actually purchase up, I think, a Bucky into the mix. So interesting purchase. We've got a actually no, the Vandal also picked up by Zivum.
I like this Bucky buy by Akame. We've seen him on Lotus just running around with a Bucky, and he's able to create havoc. This time around, he's got the spike in his hands though. Not sure whether or not he wants to drop this off, but I think he wants to get the spike.
Ooh, bait out
I
util.
like this,
I don't mind
yeah.
that.
Bait out the util, pull
Wait,
the
they just
rotations
leave
towards
Rixie.
B.
Rixie's just on B by himself, but he's just gonna draw attention now. The split in towards the C site. Nice shot coming in for Fishball, but he's the only one here left. Kill wall banged out thanks to the scan, and we've got Rixie coming in as a bit of a lurk play. First love bait noise a little bit, but I think Rixie gonna be able to find a kill onto that one. First love through the garage. The post plan positions all assumed on the side of NIC.
Damn.
Matter of time.
But so much. Oh, what the heck? Rolling Thunder gonna be used from the side
Enemy remaining.
of NIC to make sure to secure things out, and that's one way to just stop them instantly from that defuse. 1v2, it's Temps. Time is of the essence. The one-way smoke is down, and 12 will just shut him down. Secure double digits here for NIC.
Okay. Bonus round win with a cheeky little strat, which, you know, Rixie didn't really find so much value in his luck towards the B side, but the simple C split was more than enough. I think Kale went for a little bit of an eager peek earlier in the round, which was, I was confused why he was on 1 HP when the execute happens. The scan, no one broke it, and now on a low buy of their own. NIC looking to win out this anti-eco. Advanced position by Fishball. He goes unchecked for the time being.
Got a stinger in his hands. I mean, good for one, maybe good for two, but we'll see how this goes with the very, very quick firing rate here. Yes, he finds one, but just look at where the rest of the players are. So ready to find the kill. First love comes out with the
player
Bucky's
standing.
only good for one, and all it's all down to Temps by himself in a 1v3. Sheriff in his hands. What can you do at this point? That is just tough. It was a half buy anyway at the start of the round, but slowly you can see the score. The momentum already so much in favor to NIC. And I think Temps just might be caught with his pants down. 12 will take him out here, securing 11.
Did we expect any of
Time
this?
up?
Even
Yeah.
myself, I'm surprised. This is crazy stuff. Eno with a much needed timeout here to really rally the troops, because it's been 4 in a row since the half started. And albeit, yes, that previous round was just an eco, you can see how fast the tables turn, right? NIC now in a full control, 2 rounds away from securing a map win in this grand finals and stealing away their opponent's map pick.
Definitely, this would be huge. Man, I think they've got the momentum. They've warmed up. I mean, you can see somehow Akame is still on form. 12 still on the ball with these frags. They are just full on gamers, bro. We're heading into the demon hours, I guess you could say, for these kids. The later it gets, the more insane they play, and they're definitely showing it off.
All right, what's the call, Eno? You've got your weapons. A couple of your players are just shy of their ultimates. Temps, most notably, 2 off. First if he gets the knives would be nice, but he's brought out the operator. Feis. He's not really on the right side of the map, but that might come in to their favor later. All 5 NIC here leaning towards A.
Yes, indeed. I mean, it sucks when you're holding an angle with an op towards C long and the rest of this enemy squad is just making their way towards that A. Don't get that initial pick with the op. But Temps is here ready and waiting. They know for a fact that NIC like to do this. They like to take control, pull rotations towards one side of the map. So First Love, he's just chilling still with that operator on towards that C site, knowing that there's still a definite chance that they might walk in towards his crosshairs. Can he find it though? With a minute left
That's
on
the
towards the
question,
clock,
yeah.
the rest of this team is definitely making their way towards this C site. What's important
Drone on
is
both sides on A, but it's the main fight here down towards C. The op train on this angle. First love, rare miss. Oh my lord,
Free
what a
fire.
shot coming in from Akame. Downtown. Pops the head of First Love, who didn't have full armor. So the Phantom will just delete him. Recon Dot does not get anything. Oh, and they're just falling like dominoes, Feis. 2 players still stand. This was the round that they needed a round win in. The economy is in absolute tatters and they need to go for this save. 5 still stand on NIC and they might be hungry for a couple of exits.
good for one, but man, even if you do take out 4 players of NIC or even all 5 of them, they're still going to be able to rebuy and confidently play out the next round. But man, that's match point being secured for NIC.
I'm out of here.
Backs against the wall here for the side of What the Hellion. This is a very impressive showing from NIC on towards Haven. Dominant here so
Match
far,
point.
but can they bring it back? They got the knives in the hands of First Loves. He has brought out the judge, but will they be able to bring it back? That is the question. Just looking at the way Akame is shooting, it is something else. I mean, the pre-fire, he knew exactly timed the peak of First Love. First Love wasn't even able to find, see anybody in his screen, and he just instantly deleted.
Yeah, and we talked about fatigue, right? But for this time around, it feels like Akame's powering up with more games he plays. Oh, but I say that too soon. First Love's in the feed. Lexi, his right-hand man, picked up a weapon for their own doing. Spam prediction
Spike
shots.
down, attacker spawn.
They dropped the spike. That is a resurgence on What the Helly that we've been missing. A very, very aggressive mid push from all of the players. Leaves Reezy in an impossible 1v5. Blinded up, Lexi jumps into the fray with a triple kill and a flawless for What the Helly.
It's going to be great. They have to still... They've got 6 match points to worry about, man. They can't make a single mistake, and those sorts of aggressive pushes, can easily... It looked great then, but, you do that a few more times and it might just come back to haunt you. But nonetheless, they're still in it to win it. They are still here to fight. First Love has reclaimed the back the operator in his hands, and this time around, he wants to get aggressive towards short. He wants to find that initial pick. Can he get it? The pings all across the map. The fault line has been sent. Oh, the blind as well, just so perfectly countered First Love. No room for movement. Thames, he wants to even things out. Does he expect the judge to still be around here in this corner? Or does Akame check this one out? Lexi, he has to do a great amount of baiting. See whether or not
They're just gonna wait for an aggressive push, right? NIC knows that What the Hell he need to be aggressive, and Temps, he does so, and that is exactly what NIC were waiting for. Over aggression, seeking out info. Lexi stunned in the corner. They don't clear him though. They don't clear him. Lexi packs a turn. Lovely for the first. And he's got a Rolling Thunder now. Lets it rip. Sends them flying. Akame shot out of the sky. And What the Hell he hold on for a little bit longer.
Look at Azami. He's got quite a strong position here. Can he actually hold things off? The spike is down. 30 seconds left here on towards the clock. Reezy picks it up. Does a little bit of damage here through the blocks, but the defense is a little too strong. Can they hold things out? Azami. 20 seconds left here on towards the clock. Spike down on both the remaining players here towards long.
They're just gonna sit on it like an egg. Oh, they're all tucked into this corner. Recon Dot, one person shoots. The swing wide! Azami! 1v2 clutch! Rips them apart!
You're with me.
Just like that! NIC steal away! What the hell is map pick?
Wow. Just wow.
Oh my lord, what is that clutch? They both double swing him, but still maintains his composure.
He had the perfect weapon to have in that situation. I mean, they had the right idea there. From What the Helly, the double swing, of course, but with that Phantom, fire rate super quick. He's able to quickly adjust, get the double kill, nice and easy. 13-6 scoreline is not exactly what we expect, but let's have a look at the scoreboard here to see what really went on here in terms of stats.
It's so top heavy. It's so top heavy from NIC. Akame, 12, as well as Azami, both putting up incredible impact across this map. It's lights out. It's so insane to see how well they play in these mid to late rounds, and the clutch potential. 12 has that gene, Akame has it. Akame is that opening jackknife. It's a beautiful combination of players displayed here on Haven.
Man, oh man. I mean, just the way they played that attack, that last final round is just perfect. They got them the first blood on towards first love. They knew for a fact that, what the hell, it's just normal for the defensive side to clear A long, to get a little bit of information, and they were so patient that they were able to take down, I think it was Temps as well, towards A short, and that just started things off. Of course, it was a pretty good hold, but nonetheless, that 1vx situation was just, it is just nasty.
That was just the nail in the coffin. I mean, you've got great mid-rounding, you've got great openings, and then you have this kind of a closer. I mean, he didn't look at all flustered in that clutch. Just beautiful transfer in. NIC now sit 1-0 up, in this series, in this grand finals, taken away, the flawless team so far in Breakpoint. Didn't drop a single series. What the hell, now backs up against the wall. We're going over to Bind is that second map. But before that, we're going to go for a short little break to catch our breaths. So we'll see you guys in just a little bit.
Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall, and I found a way to reconcile, cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm sad to say I'm sorry, so lie. Pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Life kept spitting at my feet and forced me down a dead-end street when all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains. I cover up every part of my skin, oh, cause I don't like the person within, oh. I know I'm the one to blame. All I can do is take the shame, oh. Do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm too sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. Whoa, I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. So I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. A lie. sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. Oh no.
Welcome back, guys, to the grand finals of Breakpoint Malaysia Singapore Split 3. We're here for map number 2, and it's gonna be a fresh map that we haven't seen yet in the playoffs. It's gonna be Bind, and we're all for it. NIC sit atop a 1-0 scoreline here in the grand finals, looking to win in a 2-0 fashion, perhaps. Or will What the Helly have something to say on this new map?
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, we haven't seen either of these two teams play Bind at all. So knowing NIC, they're probably gonna whip out some a little bit of a different composition. Maybe bring out that Viper to kind of become that pseudo lurker, you know. But we have no stats. It's all gonna be new for us.
Yeah. It's all on the fly for both of these teams, essentially, right? You don't have any information of how your opponent plays. You just gotta figure it out on the server.
Yeah, definitely. And talking about the server, we are already in towards the agent select. See what these two teams bring out. And of course, towards the right side of the screen, you can already see 12 picking up that Viper, but has not locked it in just yet. But this is still quite a viable choice. You know, you want to use the Viper's toxic screen. Hold on.
Whoa.
Okay.
I mean, they've done it. They've done it to us before. They give us different looks.
Okay, Viper
Okay.
will be locked in. So, as I was saying, you could use it to basically split up that A site. You can make your way in towards not Hookah, but U-Haul. Slowly
Been a
but
while,
surely.
right?
Yeah, exactly. And I always get those two mixed up in ranked as well. So, just
Same.
forgive me, guys, if we get it wrong. Hookah, U-Haul. I'm sure you guys do too.
Yeah. 100%. The viewers, yeah. You guys get it wrong, so we are given leeway. Oh, Reina picked up by Temps. He's saying, hey, no longer gonna sit at the back lines with my Sova utility, try to help you guys out. I'm going up first with First Love. We need those opening kills and trades. So double duelist on What the Helly. And on the other side of things, we've got a little bit more of a standard setup from NIC, double controller and double duelist actually.
Yeah, definitely. Both, I mean, all duelists here in the server, incredibly strong for this map itself. You have to definitely bring out that raise to be able to make your way towards the back of that B site, or even on towards that A site to open things up. Just incredible duelist. But Temps now picking up the Reina, something a little bit different, but still incredibly strong to have in a map like Bind, where you can throw your Leer up high in towards the sky. It can blind anyone on towards his A site who is towards triple, or even playing towards that back of that default position. Same towards that B site as well. So fairly strong. And with the way these guys have been playing the past game, I think we'll just have to see who is on the better form. Remember, ladies and gents, this is the second map in the grand finals. A lot is on the line.
Yeah. So we'll try to sort out any tech issues if we have. Small little issue with the tech stuff. Got to be handled out as soon as we can. But of course, if you don't want to have any hiccups with your tech, with your IT, PC builds, you know, go and get Colorful's GPU, because we have they have the 50 series in stock. Get it while you can. Our lovely sponsor. Check them out online. Get it for a great price as well. So definitely do not want to miss that one, or it's all sold out.
Definitely. I mean, just looking at the amount of effort they put into the marketing, you know, those videos are just super clean to watch. And, you know, if you're a PC tech head like myself, it's just so satisfying them to watch them put the parts on in towards the PC. But nonetheless, slowly but surely we will be making our way in towards the game, man. It's been a long time since I've seen some Bind, and I can't wait to see these two teams work it out. But all technical issues has been sorted out, and we will be heading in towards the first round here of the game.
Wow, look at this. Oh, so many players here on towards this B side. It's a quad push down towards B long. All the attackers have all commandeered this B site. And it's become a flip of the script. Now the defenders coming in for the attack.
Spike
It's
planted.
just Kale though. He's the only one here towards CT. And NIC that taken full control over it. Kale worried
like
about a
this discipline.
potential flank. But yeah,
He's
he's just
so
gonna hold
smart.
it close. Weeksy, does he clear this close range angle? Spotted out. 1v1 here. Huge to determine the outcome of this round. He's keeping all the attention focused in towards spawn. Spike planted out in the open toward his CT's position. Tap of the spike. And Kale still wins his duel. They're sticking it all the way. Flash out. Has to get off of the spike, and all the kills
Last
favor
player standing.
NIC. It's just Kale left alone. The spike has ticked down way too low. Didn't even attempt for a knife kill. But NIC with a convincing pistol.
What an aggressive play there. 5 players just making their way in towards Hookah and just full on steamrolling their way on towards that B site. They had a bit of an opposite reaction from the side of What the Hell. You know, they wanted to take B long control. They did take it, but the fact that the post plant positioning from NIC was just impeccable. They took spawn, They took full control of elbow and even was able to hold down kill for so long towards that A site, in towards the defender side spawn. One out their engagements in terms of the retake, and now they are up. Can they keep this rolling? B long control. It's a full-on stack towards his A site. Not the best weapons to work with as well. They've got a single sheriff on towards Temp, so he's going to be the one that has to lead the charge to try find these kills. First Love walking up towards 12, and 12 has a bulldog in his hand, so he must not let that drop. Good for 2. Can he find another one? No. Temps will be able to take him up, take the bulldog, and just dip with the rifle in his hands.
Oh, they don't clear what's going on. Corner, there's still a player on the side. It's kill. Pick up a double kill. Suddenly, results in a weird situation. It's just a Kami left. 1v2 up against Temps.
Wow.
That's gonna get the 50. Attack here towards this A side. Trigger discipline for Kale. They don't check the bench corner of Showers. And a round gets stolen right under the noses of NIC.
What a cheeky play. I mean, if anyone's going to pull off some sort of cheeky play like that, it's going to be Kale. You know, we've seen Ninja defuse from him. This time around, he's able to just, deny the plant. And I think almost pick up 2 kills there. But nonetheless, what a play. And just like that, a little bit of a dent in the economy here of NIC. They want to get aggressive. A great flash. And First Love will be able to pick up 2 quick kills with that Outlaw. That is what we know and what we love here from First Love. To be able to get those first bloods, to be able to just shut down any sort of offense here from the side of NIC.
Oh, this is an awkward trip to break. Fight.
Wow.
Okay, will not miss the first, but the trade is there from
Spike
Lexi.
down, B.
Doesn't let things get out of control, and it's all left onto 12. Nothing to be found so far. Fishball tests his luck. It's damage done. Attempts will come in for the refrag. It's 4 players still standing in the second round for What the Helly.
Indeed, and look at Temps already 4-1 in towards the game, slowly building up his economy. He has been playing lights out. Big 3k from him on the second round to secure them, to steal that round. But now, look at what's going on. It's basically a bonus round here, I guess you could call it, from the side of What the Helly. And NIC, they've brought up all of the weapons that they need. This Outlaw can still be very dangerous because 3 players have regen and light shields on the side of NIC. So First Love with that Outlaw can definitely do a lot of damage. But B long control being taken now. They want to find something. Lexi's got the flash in his hands, gets a beautiful flash, but a quick turnaround from Rigsy to be able to recover from that, to take Lexi out of that position.
It's a great opening pick. That is the only information initiator that they have in store. So they need to be aggressive on this defensive side. Temps is pushed up towards A short. And the smokes to come in towards this B side just to delay things even further. But NIC, they're content with waiting. They know that as long as they have a good site execute, they should be able to get this round conversion.
Thrash is available here, and you can see Azami just getting ready to use it, and there it is. Execution now on towards that B site. Cypher is here. Will they be able to hold things off? Kill. Judge in his hand. Somehow he dodges the Thrash, but Rigsy is able to clean things up to open up this take on the B site.
Spike planted.
Lovely pathing coming in from Rigsy. Evades Kale. And now, from the elevated angle, Fivum will collect the kill onto First Love. This bonus round, well, it looks like it's just gonna be that, right? The Thrash just to confirm things even further. Rigsy finding his success. Temps with a nice shot onto Azami, but that's all he's gonna get. As NIC tie it up yet again, 2-2.
Yeah, big round, keeping 4 players alive there from NIC, using Thrash twice in towards a round, basically getting as much as they can from his abilities. Nice and easily. Kale, I mean, he was by himself in towards T, but what can you do? You hear the Thrash coming towards you. It's going to be tough for you to kind of handle. He had the Judge in his hands, but it was not able to find any sort of picks to kind of slow them down. So great work in terms of the attack for the side of NIC, but can they do something about this A side? Time and time again, they've been basically getting caught off guard. Showstopper going to be used here.
What a
In the
split coming in from short. The showstopper just eliminates the shower's hold. And the side compromised again. These beautiful set plays coming in from NIC are just tearing apart what the hell he have in store. And you can see from the positioning of where these players are in the defense, if Temps doesn't find anything soon, it's going to be an instant save.
Yeah, 100%. So well played. And that's the kind of plays that we want to be seeing from both our raised players. Time and time again, what the hell he has been able to shut down any sort of aggression from the side of NIC towards showers. But this time around, they found an answer to it. It took a showstopper, and well, they really stopped the show of the defense here from what the hell. But nonetheless, smart round to save, because you can see operator in the hands of First Love.
Yep.
Definitely do not want to lose that.
Great stuff coming in from NIC, understanding that Showers was heavily contested for, so yeah, that showstopper sent down short in towards Showers from the flank, just locked them into this little Showers position where they had nowhere else to go. Yeah, important round win, but arguably an even more important op to be saved here, because First Love, he needs to get online. He needs to find that success that we know he can do. Positioning towards this B long spot, that's exactly where NIC are headed as well. What utility do they have? The flash in, First Love marking the angle.
There.
Boombot sent in first, has to break it. Forces him to a safer angle, but still teaming up with his buddy in Lexi. Hold down this B long spot.
Quite a default play here. They want to take control of B long, and oh, a bit of a whiff there from Lexi, but First Love will be able to help him out, and a showstopper coming in to take down Shivim. And look at that, they just go for that three-man swing to clear things out towards long. It's all Akame now by himself towards Shower. We'll be able to pick up the orb here. That will definitely allow him to get his ultimate here next round, because if he dies here, he gets himself another orb as well. Finds Fishball. Fishball just a little bit too quick to the trigger. And that's 3-3.
Yeah,
fairly
lovely
close
stuff. That's what you want to see from First Love, right? He's got the op in, a bait and switch tactic. Lexi does not get checked, and despite him getting flash, First Love gets his showstopper online and just sends it straight down. It's a lovely push, counter aggression from the defense, and I see still coming in with another buy of their own. 3-3 now. And it looks like they want to test this B long spot yet again.
Definitely have to find something at least. And oh, Dimensional Drift going to be used to clear out Hookah. Paranoia will be coming in, and oh, so much information being given, but oh, they just shut things down towards long. And that was not even a half buy. They had all the rifles in the world. Sandals drops towards long, and oh my word. If only Fivim was able to find that first opening pick, but well, Temps is there on that Reyna, popped the Empress as well to hold things down. Just so well played, hitting every single shot that needs to be hit. And well, the op wasn't there, and they realized Long is a little bit harder to take than we think.
I mean, they sent in another ultimate, right? It was the Yoru in the Dimensional Drift to try to find that opening pick, but meanwhile, the players down towards long, it's the veterans, it's Lexi, it's Temps. Just mow down every single one of them. They're having troubles getting access here towards B long. But what is this? The Omen teleporting all the way from the shadows in towards their spawn. And when do they check? When do they turn around to realize that the flank is compromised? First Love caught out.
Oh,
Lexi's
wow.
stuck in a corner. Meanwhile, big fight down towards this Hookah position for Fishball. Now announces his position, but Temps is there, coming in for the retake. And it's a double kill from Temps. Success found here. But all the kills just suddenly flood in the way of what the hell, that was a crazy retake. I don't know what the hell happened, but they still managed to find every single kill.
Yeah, the quick rotations coming in from both Temps and Kale. Just insanely well played. You know for a fact that from the shadows from Fivum, it was a big play, but since he did get that TP off, it allowed Attempts and Kale to get an early rotation towards that B site, and it was just insanely quick retake that NIC just did not expect coming. Temps as well, 11-2 in this game. If he keeps on hitting these kinds of shots, it's going to be a tough one here for NIC to deal with. And they just shut
it's very
things
simple
down.
stuff. Simple stuff coming in from what the hell, right? Small mistakes made by NIC. Temps just coming in from that CT position is able to shoot down the players coming into, or is trying to go into U-Haul to catch onto Fishball. But unsuccessful. Stinger bite now for NIC.
Very strong position here, held by Kale. You have to be careful though. Smokes, Viper's toxic screen, all being sent out here. The economy here, the utility, the weapons in the hands of NIC are not that great, so they have to get up close and personal. That's a nice flash here coming in. Lexi will be able to trade things out. Seekers are going to be coming out as well. Can he hold this position off? No! They used the man advantage to take him down towards long. Still, they recover 2 Phantoms. Can they hold this one down? Temp still alive.
Up on the
First love
retake.
available as well. Yes, the retake as well.
Yeah, 12 of the nice positioning. Temps still alive. There's a chance, but now that the op has rung out, First Love is like, hey, I don't have a chance on this one. It's too many Crossfires to break apart. And he has to just tuck till and run and save the op for the next.
I like that. Well played there by NIC. They knew they don't have the best weapons. They brought in a couple of stingers here and there, and they just used
Thrifty.
sheer numbers to make their way on towards the site. Of course, the toxic screen and Omen Smoke definitely helped them out as well, but the flash there from the side of Azami was able to catch off Kale alongside Lexi towards B-Long, and they were just able to go for the swing. They always go for these swings together, and that's exactly what they need to keep doing here. But still, 5-4. They were able to stop that 3-round wins in a row from the side of What the Helly. Can they keep it up?
Keep the economy in check, right? For What the Helly. They have so much cash that they can continue buying. So these rounds has got to be clean coming in from NIC. If not, What the Helly is just going to run away with this. Showers control, give it over for the IC early on. The orb to be taken up as well. Right now down towards the outside of Hookah.
Wow.
12's gonna give that kill away, and that's information. Neural Theft reveals that all 5 of these players, all 4 remaining, still stand here towards this A site. They want to capitalize off of that information. Run straight in. Oh, flying above. Temps. Want a dime will catch onto Rigzi. Flies on towards the site. Tap of the spike from the wingman. But Akame cannot find anything. The crossfire is being set up. The Temps is still thriving on towards the site. It's just Azami in 1 versus 4. He does not have it in him to win out this kind of a round. So another beautiful hold coming in from What the Helly.
Yeah, not only was that a nice initial pick there on towards 12, who was doing his best to lurk towards the outside of Hookah, but Temps holding it down, delaying them as much as possible with the flashes, with the kills, dismissing his way in towards Market. You know, just insane stuff here from him. He is definitely feeling it. If he can keep this form up, then it's going to be tough. But look at the ultimates available in the hands of NIC. Viper's Pit, Thrash, the showstopper as well. If there's any round they need right now here from NIC, this is going to be the one. Because losing this will put you in a bit of a tough bye here for the last round of the half.
Great utility forces back. The B long players should be able to have Octagon control. Paranoia sent through as well. For stage 1 being taken over. First Love not playing a little bit more of a reserve position. Back of the site. Temps pops the Empress and the re-clear coming in from Lexi.
Dang. So patient. Look at where the Yoru's at. On towards the other side of the map, seeing if you can find anything in towards Shower. Because there's always a chance for these players from Belong to TP and make their way in towards Shower. So you can't really get those quick rotations off. You always have to be wary of that. And well, looks like it might be The Thrash ready in the hands of Azami. He's ready to pull it off here to start off this execution on towards his B site.
Oh yeah! Monster on the
Dash is the confirmation for the goal sign. First Love drops in a nade. But the showstopper being sent across to the back of the site. Doesn't connect onto anything. Lexi is being compromised. Temps tries his best to flood out towards this hookah. The trades favor NIC. Fishball clawing things together. Coming together with Kale. But Rigsy's on a little bit of a flank himself. Back of the site. The flash comes in. Oh, hit shot found. Barely seeing the top of his cap. As Azami confirms the final onto Kale. 6-5. NIC closing up the gap.
They are down, but not out just yet. Can they equalize the scoreline here in the first half? What a round. It looked a little bit messy in terms of the execution, but at the end of the day, as long as you're able to get the trades off and have them win out the trades in your favor, then it's definitely going to work out. Temps, he used the Empress there. He was playing towards the bottom of hookah, just instantly got caught off guard. They were ready and they shut him down, so that definitely stopped the defense there from the likes of What the Helly. But now 5 players lurking around this A site. We've got Kale here. He has been a very, very strong anchor here so far. Can he keep it up? Can he do it again? That is the question. Ultimate's the only one in the hands of 12.
He's had execute on the cards. Got all the utilities sent out back on the side. Again, Reeksy tries. Kale, solid as ever. But it's Fivum to be the one to teleport across. Gets the kill. Pincers Fishball. They stuck. Unable to get out of there. And Akame dodges the up shot. Connects on his teammate. And he's looking for more. Akame.
Oh,
Just
wow.
dodging, weaving. Dancing around. First Love isolated. Caught out in the open. Jumping straight onto him. And we're all tied up. Feis 6-6 at the half.
What a round by Akame. Picking up those 2 kills towards Sour. It's just incredible aim. He just locked in. But what a TP there, I have to say, from Fivum. You know, the aggression from Rigsy, trying to get the double satchel off towards the top of the default position, but somehow Rigsy was there. He was able to make his way. Fivum was there, making his way in towards U-Haul and just catching off. I think it was Fishball who was in towards U-Haul. So an insane play there to just get so much map control on towards the site. And Akame just finishing things off towards Shower is just so beautiful. So well played. Great individual plays here from everybody here on the NIC side of the team. But man, 6-6, this is not what we expected. It looked like it was going to go What the Helly's way. You know, initially it was,
I mean,
6-4.
You look at Temps. This double the kills of the next closest player on his team. 14-5. The raid boss putting his team on his shoulders, but it's still incredibly close. And you got to look at how the first half started, right? It was a pistol round win for NIC, but then 2 rounds in a row after a thrifty from What the Helly. And that should have given them a little bit of momentum, but it went relatively back and forth.
Yeah, so props to NIC. They are playing their 5th game here tonight, basically. And
when you put it that way, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, still in it to win it. At this point, me
Looking for more.
pushing 30, I would be tapping out already. I'd find myself a sub.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well,
Sides have swapped,
They've
guys.
got to find the answer. Right? No subs mid game. What's the call? Bit of a trap play set up. Kale here outside of showers makes his presence known, but he's the only just the one there. Most of the players here towards B long on the Trailblazer now broken up. Orb to be activated as well and stalls out the push.
What a strong orb to just deny the push. You know, it splits up the attackers. As soon as it's up, it does do a little bit of damage in terms of DK. And here we go. Akame, he's been good for only 1, but the trades do come in. Fishball trying his best to wiggle away towards B-Long, but just instantly shut down. And well, Kale on the other side of the map as well did get taken out. It's all Temps. 12 is there ready and waiting, playing the 1-2. take him out, and that is 3 rounds in a row here for NIC. Nobody in Coldan. Starting things off hot here in the second half.
I mean, they literally said to them, hey, you guys can trap B long, we can do it too. Pistol round strat with the Viper Orb was so damning. Like, you take so much decay damage trying to go through it. You got the flash in the hands of Akame just to confirm anyone to be flashed if they try to go for that peek. The swing out wide, the confirmation of the kills, pistol in their hands. Let's hope that they don't fumble it and lose it to a 50 again. This time, it's a fast push. Triple man down towards B long. What do they want to do with this?
I hope they just don't get a little bit too overeager. You know, getting aggressive on towards an eco like this can definitely bite you in the back, but they have the better weapons. They have the long range. They should be able to win out the long range fights, but now, instantly just falling back, they do reclaim B long here for the side of what the hell. And they do have a pretty strong hold. This orb, man, it is just so good. Like,
it is really
if
good.
anyone tries to go for the trade, they can't. It's just, they get completely blocked off. Such a strong...
Okay. They choose not to engage towards this B side then. Heading back towards A. Guess who's here? It's Fivum. Marshall in hand. Lovely. First shot takes down the duelist. Stalls out the push for just a little bit longer. Kame. Lovely shot. Finds the pincer move from the showers. They will get the luxury of the spike plant. But then I see don't want to let them have anything more than that. Jump out of the smoke. Temps though. Aware. Fivum. Close range Marshall. Oh boy. Fivum to rack up a couple of ecos. Quad kill found by the Omen. And 4 players still stand.
One of the cheapest weapons in the game, but you get the biggest value here in the round. Picking up 4K there. Insane hold. And luckily here for Fivum, those no-scopes are fairly accurate when it comes to that Marshall. And now they do have the bonus round to work with.
In my opinion.
Yeah, man.
It's a different conversation, but still.
This goes here.
Great round. 2 rounds in a row. On towards the pistol. They are on the bonus round here. So, can NIC close things out? Guys, if you guys are only joining us now, they won the first map. NIC need to win this to claim themselves as the champion here of MYSG. And they want to get aggressive.
Push down! Reezy's in their faces, but kind of find a kill. Instead, it's First Love to answer back. Lexi shuts him down. And this really over-eager push gets them absolutely not. It's just the 1 player remaining. It's 12 on this flank. White Swing comes through. It's a labored shot from both of these players. This should be a pretty close to flawless, if not flawless, round from the What the Helly squad. They stave off that aggression and keep their players healthy as well.
Oh, Lord.
I say that. Yes. His head gets domed.
Healthy was the trigger word right there. Oh, Lord.
One of my cameras is broken.
Nonetheless, a great hold there from What the Hell. You know, they knew it was a bonus round. They knew there definitely can be some sort of aggression. You know, you've got Paranoias. You've got the flash from the Gecko as well as the Viper's Molly. He can definitely cut off a certain angle. And of course, when you've got Riggsy trying to jump in towards the A-main position, that's something you have to watch out for. His satchels have been phenomenal. Can they keep this up? Akame, big first blood here on towards First Love. And that's the player that you do not want to see getting shut down here if you're a fan of What the Hell.
Upshot goes awry. Lexi on a rampage. But it's the aggression that follows up that gets NIC a bit of an advantage. Fishball will make it a little bit more doable as Kale sneaks in towards this A site. Fivum seems to be aware of this potential. Makes a bit of an audio cue. Kale, lovely timing found. Riggsy, what do you have in store for us? Come between the rocket arm play. It's a close range up. It's not gonna find anything. Now 12 activates the teleport. Finds the first one. Holds down mouse 1.
Whoa.
And it's a 1v2 clutch from the banana in showers. Secure them. Avoid disaster essentially. And an important timer now taken by Eno. reconsider their options on the what the hell squad.
That's one of the things you have to watch out for. The wrap plays from B Long. They're able to TP towards showers and help out the rest of the defensive side, and that is what caught what the hell off guard. So I think something that they have to do is take control of B Long before even thinking of rotating back towards that shower position. Is definitely going to be a tough task here for them to do, because if you just allow the defensive side to take B Long, they can easily just rotate through that teleport to go for that retake towards that A site. And I think this may be something that is just talking about. But money-wise, they are still here. They could definitely buy up a decent amount of weapons. But can they stop this momentum? Can they stop the ball, the squad of NIC rolling in towards the second half?
Let's see if there's something creative on this attacking side. You've got the Seekers in the hands of Lexi. That might be some great piece of utility to actually get them some access, some information. Because First Love, we mentioned how good he is. He's having a relatively quiet map so far. 7 and 10. Haven't really found so much success. Needs a little bit more assistance perhaps in terms of utility to get him those opening kills.
Definitely, and they just want to play it nice and slow from the side of what the hell. They spread out across the map, wait for any sort of aggression, because that's the sort of playstyle that NIC has, especially when they're on the defense. They like to get aggressive. They want to find these opening picks. And now, with that quick 10 seconds of default, they just fall back. They make their way. They group up towards this B site. And while all that's happening is, you can see NIC kind of clearing out this angle towards showers. A lot of map control being gained here from both sides. Trailblazer are going to be used. They will be able to hear all these sound cues, and now with the double man hold in towards Hookah, can they make this work? Can they hold off this site? And I think a sound cue was being given.
Yeah, kill is just that insurance policy, just ensuring that nothing comes up here. She's gonna find a bit of timing, but it's Fivum, the one to find a kill first with the judge in the middle of the site. And there it is. Kale announces his position, coming in late. Pincer the players in towards Hookah. The retake has to be called for. Double teleport taken over. 12 with a double kill off screen. And they're going in with the showstopper now in towards the site. Riggsy comes through. Crossfire spotted out, but Lexi with the kill first. 2 versus 2. First Love here, tested. Hits the clone. Oh, but he pulls out the showstopper, not enough time. 1 versus 1. Lexi around the corner. It's an op shot to be hit, but he buys his time. Dodges the op shot. Picks up the rifle. And for the final kill, last bullet in the magazine, Lexi lets it rip.
Somehow, they bring it back. And it took 4 players from what the hell to get taken down. But man, what a swing there by 12. Being able to take down 2 players in towards Hookah. It just started that retake. It looked like they might have gone, maybe be going for that save. But as soon as 12 got those 2 kills, they started things off hot. But man, Lexi, the man with probably the most experience here in this map. He's been in the scene for quite some time now. 3 bullets. He's just able to close things out. So well played. First Love finds 2 big frags. So clean
there
with
it is. There is the First Love that what the hell you have been missing. Incredible double kill. Gives them an advantage here. Kami is in an incredibly awkward position, but at least he's gonna have information that no one's into a showers just yet.
So well played, so disciplined. They know it is a half buy here. 12 is hearing all these footsteps. I think he actually has been spotted out by Kale. So they know exactly where this man is playing. Yep. Crosshairs all out towards this position. And at this point, it should be a nice and easy pickings here on this B side. They should be able to tie it up. Unless this classic pops off in the hands of Azami. He's good for 1. Good for 2? Question mark? Okay, Temps will get the trade. It's all Akame.
Spike planted.
Sheriff 1v3 for the Yoru. But not gonna get the light of day. Spotted out. And Temps is not gonna give him the luxury of a kill without a crossfire being set up.
Oh lord.
Spam shots through, low HP, and yeah, Akame is just a dead man walking. No chance here, 9-9. What the hell, he tie it all back up.
Surrounded
Clean
by
round.
Minya
Clean round. First love with those first initial picks, and we're finally starting to see that first love action that we have been missing. You know, Thames can't do all that heavy lifting. He's going to need a little bit of assistance here from you. But, you know, every single time it's been first love trying to double satchel in towards a site, you know, during the first half. Or trying to get a little bit aggressive, but he just keeps getting shut down. And this time around, we see what happens if he's not shut down early. Empress going to be popped here. Once again, a default, very, very passive positions in towards the attacking side from What the Heli. And looking to see a little bit of aggression here from the side of NIC. They want to take control of long. Kale going to be backing off. That's something that they have to watch out for. Off in the hand of Akame.
That's a big pick. Thames gonna catch Vivum off guard. Teleport being taken over for assistance.
I know
It's
exactly
Akame
where.
with a lovely shot onto Fishball. Neural Theft announces the defender's position. It's just Azami. He's the only one here and needs to hold down the fort. Calling for assistance to rotate over. The satchel through. First love detected and eliminated. The wall will give him a little bit of room to play around. But still, he's isolated here, down towards Long. And Azami, the assassin, destroys the entire squad. Oh, what the hell?
Oh my word, this man bringing out the same form that he was playing on Split, holding things down, being the anchor that they could, the best anchor they could ever ask for. And in those kinds of situations, you're by yourself on a site. Usually, when you hear all those footsteps coming towards you, you're gonna want to play retake, you know. But this man sends out the molly. He sets up the wingman, just ready and waiting to try and actually want to get those fights, want to get those kills, and he does it in style of 4K, just immaculate control.
Detects all of this. Tries to find a little bit of a timing, but first love. Just, I don't know what game he's playing, but he seems like he's just
Spike
flying
planted.
across the map, gets the pick on towards the Showers player, and a fast-paced round just results in a double opening kill for What the Hell. It seems like it's already curtains, but NIC, they want to give it a little bit of a look. Relo will, or at least the Trailblazer will detect a couple of players here. Slowly clearing out all these angles, the flash to confirm things, the swing out wide, but Fishball unable to get it just yet. Molly for the delay. Phone detected. Spike to be defused, but Thames here down towards the bench. They need to clear him out. Yes, they do! Somehow, all the kills flood in the feed. It's first love in a 1 versus 3. The showstopper gets denied.
My God, Azami
NIC! An incredible 3 versus 5 on the retake. And denied right at the final hurdle. The Rocket not able to be shot out in the nick of time. And we're up to 11. NIC, 2 incredibly unrealistic rounds somehow gets manufactured out of thin air.
They had the Dimensional Drift. They had the Viper's Pit to work with on the side of NIC, but they decided not to use it.
Time to explode.
And they still win out the round, but Azami picking up the 3K there was just phenomenal. Saving the round, that showstopper could have instantly just secured double digits there for What the Heli, but just completely shut down. And now a quick execution on towards his A site with a half buy. What can you do at this point? You have to find something.
It's not even here. Feis, look at the spike. It's coming
Oh
in late from
my
Kale. Why does
goodness.
Kale have the spike? He's so detached from the action, has to call for him to rotate back over. But everyone on NIC are here. It's a push in towards the CT position. Ping on the map though. It seems like NIC are aware of this push. Into the fight it goes, but Thames is the kill. It's a lineup double. Teleport straight in, but First Love will still connect the shot. 3 versus 3. An awkward pause in the action. First Love has commandeered heaven, but Showers is still under the remit of the NIC players. Rigzi. First line of defense. The camera gets broken, so they know that Showers is compromised. They've got CT position thanks to First Love, so they get the plant down back off sight. Azami. He's the only one here that's coming in from the flank from CT. But First Love is posted up with an operator. Do you swing him? You test him, but you will not best him. The Thrash gets absolutely nothing. But First Love now knows there's someone coming in from the flank.
Wow.
You've angered the beast. He's come alive in the server. Vivum, impossible task. A thrifty, all thanks to the demon of the Rays. First Love, quad kill, double digits. What the hell?
Stingers, Sheriffs all brought in towards that round. They secured double digits, and how did they do that? They just walked, they waltzed on towards that A site, made their way in towards spawn, and was able to find an opening pick. Yes, Akame was able to find a collateral, but First Love was just super quick with that Stinger, instantly knew that he had to go for that kill. He had to push up Akame towards heaven. One is able to receive that op, and now NIC backs against the wall. Weapons not looking too good. Goodbye.
Bots 4.
Very bad, but lots of information being gained here. Got a Bucky in his hands. What can you do at this point? Just gotta hold the angle.
This is almost surely guaranteed to be what the hell he's right. Despite the advanced positioning, they're not gonna give over any opening kills.
Absolute cinema here in the grand finals, man.
And Bine has delivered in tenfold and never could have expected this kind of a performance from both of these teams. 11-10 this round. What the hell are you looking to tie up the scoreline for what seems like the 100th time in this map?
I've got your trail.
There's the execution on towards the A site. Seeker's gonna be sent out.
Showers.
What can you do at this point? You've got some terrible weapons to work with. You know, if you can get lucky, maybe with this Bucky, you can find 2 kills. But they are just ready and waiting. That's going to be a good opening there from NIC. Somehow finding an opening pick, and okay, Akame finding another one. Bit of a throw here, but they do reclaim their patience. They're calm, they're composed. Can they win this one back? Temps will be able to find it out, hold things out, but look at 12. Finding things up, being able to hold things down with the Sheriff, and Fivum comes out with the only rifle brought in towards this round to secure match and tournament point.
My god, what a display on the 50. I mean, what the hell? It's a 50 round, but they send all 4 players that they have on initial assault into one of the tightest choke points on the map. It's only Showers that they wanted to get, and the plant location that they have is so little. They don't have U-Haul control, they don't have short control. You can see the pings on the map right now. All of that given over. Kale was unable to find that potential push. Rixie was the one to actually get that kill onto Kale, and with Kale gone, right, you don't have options to rotate off to any other part of the map. It was a crunch in terms with an op in an awkward situation. And what the hell, I mean, incredibly important time out here. Eno needs to impart words of divine wisdom if they want to secure this one, because they're up against 12 and their money is not in a great spot.
Definitely not. I think the most that they can bring out is 2 rifles. If they're able to maybe secure 2 orbs for First Love, he can possibly bring out that showstopper, but just looking at what they're up against, they've got the Viper's Pit and off in the hands of Akame. This is going to be
First Love has an attack sided up.
Wow, he wants to put things into his own hands.
Conventional. Expecting slow paced round, so optimal. Kale. Cops a lot of damage.
That is just not what you want to receive, basically. Akame gonna be dogged out. He will be off of the angle, and that's gonna allow First Love to just hold things down. Big opening pick. Up now, off the board, out of the hands of the defenders, and look at the information that Fivum is gaining.
Kale is calling them back towards this B site. Rixie with an important information jiggle confirms that the raise is there.
Cage trigger.
Now Kale announces his presence towards long. And it's a slow creep up from what the hell he. 45 seconds still remain, but they want to capitalize off of that small little information. They try to catch Kale, and they do so successfully. 12. Once more, from the back of the site, the wall goes up, buys them time, gives them life. 4 versus 2 now. 12, the second to last. Make that the last. It's only just Lexi. Bang! 13 to 10, NIC. They've done it. Your Breakpoint, Malaysia, Singapore, Split 3 champions. It's nobody in Coldan.
What an impressive display. Just when we thought that they were able to win out that last round, they took it into their own hands to get aggressive, to go ham, to just take it into the faces of what the heli, and just win out every single fight. Everything went their way. And did we not expect these guys to win? No, not at all. Undefeated all the way through. What the heli have now fallen to the hands of nobody in Coldan.
My God, I mean, I'm shaking right now. It's, oh my God, I mean, man,
Crazy.
what a performance. I mean, this is the grand finals. This is 2 maps that they haven't played. They come up on Haven, incredibly clutch, and then on Bind, it's an absolute cinema. I mean, an incredible series here. And it's just the unlikely story. This is, they were beaten in the upper finals. Now they come back in and they strike the iron when it's hot. And lovely stuff. Huge congratulations to these 5 players here.
Definitely, guys. Let's have a look at the scoreboard of what happened on that map itself. And just to let you guys in, we didn't have any sort of information in the past 2 maps, you know, on Haven, on Bind, and NIC just took it all the way. We can see Temp's first love towards the top of the scoreboard here for the side of what the hell. They tried their best, 4 and 5 first bloods, but on the other hand, NIP was just able to kind of catch them off guards with these crazy trap plays, with these re-aggressions, and just something what the hell he was not prepared for at all. All of a sudden, it was 12 to 10, and Eno had to call a timeout. It just no answers there from Eno and the rest of the squad.
Oh, I mean, that last map, I mean, there was so much action. It was so dynamic. And even in the last final round, you could see the adaptations, despite them being down and out multiple times, these mid-round calls, these beautiful reads of the situations, and the clutch plays from every single one of them. I mean, Akame, incredible openings. You've got Azami, the clutch god in this server, in this region. You've got 12, the most insane anchor. Fivum with god insane calls. Riggsy, you know, on his Omen arc, on his controller arc, as well flexing over towards the double duelist composition we see here today. It's an incredible showing from 5 players that, you know, haven't really had the success, I guess you could say, in the history of MYSG, but now they're making a name for themselves and as a team, winning out Split 3 right here.
Yeah, guys, they just won themselves 10,000 ringgit and a slot to the VCT Southeast Asia Split 3 promo relegations to kind of just go on to the next level. Oh man, this is just insane.
Yeah, I'm still decompressing everything, but
they were from the lower brackets.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. I think we also have an opportunity for a bit of an interview. So I think we have the whole squad here from NIC. So yeah, guys, you guys can unmute yourselves or whatever. What are you guys feeling right now? Congratulations. Oh, anyone? You guys can speak.
like they're shy.
Can you repeat what's happening? I'm shaking, bro. What is happening?
Well, just your reaction. I mean, guys, you guys won Split 3. What's your?
I don't believe it, bro. Bro, it just reminded me like 2 months ago. Like people are doubting us when we were signed to Elevate.
Yeah.
It feels good that all the doubts are now gone. But hopefully we can go further. The goal is always ascension, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, I like that. I like that. The goals ascension. I mean, yeah, I mean, all the way back in Elevate, where you guys were signed, played in G League. not gonna sugarcoat things. You guys kind of bombed out, right? And as you mentioned, those doubts. You guys not exactly having players that have won a lot of tournaments in MYSG's history, but now you've finally done it, and with a squad that has stayed together as a core, like the Nobody in Paris core for such a long time. You guys have finally overcome that hurdle. So I don't know. I'm just so happy for all of you.
Yeah, this will be very precious, and I'll keep it close to my heart. I will be watching this VOD like every day for the next week or so.
Same.
Can't believe we won. Like, I'm actually shaking. Like when it became so real on the last round where they helped be like champions. My hand was shaking. I didn't even know that like I was about to win for first love there.
Oh my god. I mean, okay. Feis, do you want to take it? Do you have any questions for the other players?
I feel like, that last game, we didn't know who was going to win. It could have been anybody's map there on Bind. But was there like a turning point in the game where you felt like maybe the momentum kind of shift in your favor?
I don't think we were ever down. I was quite confident in like the maps that we chose. Maybe like we were deluded by the fact that in split 1, in split 2, our Sunset and Lotus was really good. But then again, this region is a Sunset, Lotus, Haven type of region. So today we decided to just like leave everything behind, and we just go for maps like Bind, Split, like other maps where we also have practice on and we are actually quite confident on. Yeah, just leave the Lotus and Sunset behind. Maybe not for us in this region. They're too strong.
I mean, you guys pulled out Bind right in the grand finals. Was this kind of premeditated? You all planned this to show, like, not show any VODs, no strategies whatsoever, and then come in and surprise everyone with this Bind, and I guess Haven as well.
Actually, not really. To be fair, everyone was banning Bind, and I do not know why. According to what our stats from our scrims are, Bind is actually like our third best map. So we were ready to pick Bind at any time, just that everyone just banning it.
Damn, third best map is, it's definitely not amazing, but you guys really showed a crazy understanding of Bind, and I'm just wondering what was like going through your minds during that final round. It kind of caught me off guard that you guys all of a sudden just won every single fight. You got aggressive. Who made that call? What was going through your mind?
I just think that it's like huge props to my teammates. They were all locking in today, and we were following what we do in scrims and our protocols and whatever we usually do. It's like we are not afraid, we are confident, and we are just going for the plays. That's why our team is known as like a fast-paced, aggressive team, because we have all these reps down that we've done.
Yeah, you guys definitely showed it there.
I'm sorry, my mind is just blank right now. I can't. It's just, I'm still processing as well, but you guys are gonna be playing in promo relegation soon, so thoughts on that? Ascension, you mentioned that's gonna be next, but
when is that?
How does it feel to represent Singapore, Malaysia as the best team in Split 3?
When is promo Relo again?
Soon.
Okay.
Pretty soon.
I mean, for now, we'll just try our best, wherever we go. It's also another additional to start prepping Corrode. I have it all figured out right here in my brain.
So, any orgs you wanna maybe shout out that you think you might wanna get picked up by, since you guys are now in promo relegation?
We'll let them come to us. I'm just joking. But we're still a free agent org. We're looking for someone to represent. So if anyone's interested, can hit us up.
Okay. One last one for you guys. I guess anyone can take this answer. This question. Is there anyone you guys want to shout out or thank for supporting your fans or family that have stuck by you? Yeah, this is your time to shout them out, I guess.
Anybody?
Don't be shy. We don't bite.
Sorry, I have a bunch of shy people on my team.
Shy kids. Okay.
Uh,
You can start the
okay.
ball rolling.
I guess
Yeah.
I'll
What about your
say-
girlfriends?
Okay, then I'll say it. Okay, huge shout out to all the people that are supporting us, all of our girlfriends for sure. All our friends that are watching the game, they're so hyped up for us, you know. Huge shout out to huge shout out to Coldan. Like the amount of publicity he's given us over this past breakpoint is actually quite insane. Especially the video. I love the video so much, bro.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, thank you.
So also huge shout out to
Toilet.
production that they did a very good job. I actually had a blast playing breakpoint every single time. Like that is what I'm looking forward to at the start of every single time lah, basically. So anybody else on my team want to take it away?
What's the question? I went toilet.
Anybody want to shout out?
Oh, first I'll shout out my girlfriend and my parents for always supporting me, having my back. And next, I want to shout out Isaac. He was insane today.
Yeah.
Like bring us all the clutches. Yeah. Sorry.
Cool. All right. Anyone else? Any shout outs you guys want to do? Rixie? Anything you want to shout out? Bleed? No? Something?
Damn.
Or is he not here? I don't know. Maybe not. But okay, so if anyone else doesn't have anything, yeah, it's just again huge congrats to you guys. I think very well deserved, especially you, Sean, Fivum. I know that you put in a lot of work to try to form up game plans, and I think your calling was, I think, the best in the region, like by far. Like your mid-round calling was so nice to watch. Yeah.
Gotta say, I learned a lot from like one split that I played with Dan. Luckily, he's not in the scene anymore, so don't have anyone to take that from me. No lah, I'm just joking. But everyone in the region actually has good callers. I just have to look for them.
Thanks. All right, Feis, anything you wanna close out
No,
with?
that's all, guys. Thank you very much for joining it. It has been a pleasure out here to cast Split. I cannot wait to see what NIC can do. I don't even know if they're still going to be called NIC in promo relegations. You know, we'll see whether or not they get any offers from the organizations. But guys, thank you very much for joining us into this interview, and we'll see you guys when I see you guys. You guys can leave now.
Thanks a lot.
No worries.
Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, yes, so yeah, that is the interview concluded. Shout out to all the players, especially Fivum for being a really nice spot and like sharing his thoughts. But yeah, that is the conclusion here at Breakpoint Split 3 Malaysia Singapore. Our winners,
Phenomenal.
nobody in Coldan. I cannot believe it myself. It's still, I'm still processing all of it. Shout out to production who has stayed up late. Sweat, Brendan for doing all of the hard work here for this whole year. I mean, this entire Breakpoint chapter in Berryfam's existence. I mean, he has put in so much work to give us such great quality production, stream, and doing so much work behind the scenes that you guys don't see, but just know
they do not.
he's done so much for our region, and you have to shout out everyone that's been working behind the scenes, the admins, the observers. And yeah, I'm just grateful to be here as well. Feis, thank you for joining me for the cast. Shout out to Colorful Malaysia for our sponsors as well. Wouldn't be here without them. But yes, that is it from us here at Breakpoint Malaysia Split 3. Breakpoint Malaysia Singapore Split 3. And this is us signing out. Take care and good night.